What's up? What's up? What's up? Tapped in with your boy HB, and we're about to get in. It's the top of the top. Feeling good this morning. Dropped my daughter off at school. Ran 2 miles. Ready to conquer the day. All right. So we about to get into. Yo, it's been a real interesting 24 hours in politics. Yo, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy was kicked out of his position of being House Speaker. First time it's ever happened in American history. Know what I mean? So this is kind of a big deal. His op, Matt Gaetz, was on his head, and they got him up out of there. He didn't think I don't think he really thought the vote was actually going to go through. But if you've been paying attention to politics and everything that's been going on for the past couple of years, in order for him to get that position as Speaker of the House, they had to vote 15 times in order for him to secure that position. And Matt Gaetz said Sunday, yo, we're going to have a vote and we're going to get him up out of here this week. That was like Saturday, Sunday, because the government was about to shut down if they didn't pass, pass any sort of resolution before the 1st of October. So basically what occurred is Matt Gaetz accused the House Speaker of making some sort of backdoor deal with the Democrats to continue funding Ukraine. And that was one of the Republicans' main pressure points, basically, as far as like, yo, they don't want no funding to go towards Ukraine in order to keep the government open right now. So let's tap in, see what the news got to say about this, and I'm gonna share my thoughts with y'all. All right, let's get it.
Whoa, baby, have we got one for you tonight. Good evening once again. I am Stephanie Rule, and you know we are beginning with the chaos on Capitol Hill today, brought on by the House vote to remove Kevin McCarthy as Speaker. Keep in mind, this is the first time in our nation's history that a Speaker has been voted out of office.
I don't regret standing up for choosing governance over grievance. It is my responsibility. It is my job. I do not regret negotiating. Our government is designed to find compromise. I believe I can continue to fight, maybe in a different manner.
The California Republican had only been on the job for 9 difficult months. This afternoon, members from both parties.
Damn, he ain't even make it a whole year into that position. That's crazy. But I'm about to share my thoughts on politicians from California. Prior to him getting this position, mind you, he is a Republican, but prior to him getting this position was held by Nancy Pelosi, another Californian who's a Democrat. We're gonna share my thoughts on California. Let's just finish this real fast, because California, man, them laws and them policies and some of the things they be doing in Cali, man. And if you understand how the U.S. really works, like New York and California kind of come out with certain type of laws, and they kind of just like lead the way, and all the other states usually typically like fall in line with whatever New York and California are doing, basically, and stuff like that. And New York and California, especially California politicians, these politicians be bought and paid for, yo. All of them from California, man. Like, they said Dianne Feinstein, that Feinstein just passed away, and she was worth over $100 million when she passed away. Now, granted, her husband was super rich, and that is where she got some of her money from. But let's keep it real. We all know about the insider trading and the greasing of the palms by lobbyists, and like, lobbyists should be banned, if you ask me personally.
Voted to strip him of the gavel.
The yeas are 216. The nays are 210. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
We get more now from NBC's Garrett Hake on Capitol Hill.
Tonight, after an historic vote in the U.S. House, now former Speaker Kevin McCarthy returning to an office that is no longer his.
The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
Acting on a motion by Florida Republican Matt Gaetz, 8 Republicans joining with Democrats in voting to vacate the position of Speaker for the first time ever, following an impassioned floor debate.
It's disgusting. It's what's disgusting about Washington.
It's selfish, bad for conservative policies, and bad for America. That's why I strongly support Speaker Kevin McCarthy.
There's nothing selfish about wanting a Speaker of the House who tells the truth.
North Carolina Republican Patrick McHenry taking over as temporary Speaker.
The chair declares the House in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
Gaetz declaring victory.
It's the benefit of this country that we have a better Speaker of the House than Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy couldn't keep his word.
While McCarthy's allies heaped scorn on the Republican rebels for dividing the party.
Matt Gaetz wants to wreak havoc and chaos within the Republican Party, and he's doing just that. And unfortunately, the American
Republican Party sound like they having an inner civil war going on right now, is what it sounds like the Republican Party's going on. But honestly, man, it's politics. It's politics, man. I remember 10 years ago, they used to say, remember the Tea Party? How they was like the extreme wing of the Republicans and stuff like that at that point in time. I mean, both parties got their extremists, if you ask me, and stuff like that. Like, for real. They really do. And most of America isn't really like that, yo. Most of America is kind of really in the middle and stuff like that, man. You got certain people that's far left, certain people's far right, but majority of people somewhere really in the middle, man. This is huge because now it's going to leave, like, you see the Republican Party is essentially going through like their own internal civil war at this point in time, and now they got to find a replacement for McCarthy. That's about to open up a whole nother can of worms for this whole entire process, man. On top of the resolution that they passed, it's only for 45 days. So like before Thanksgiving, they got to come up with some other sort of resolution to continue the budget for the government. So it's interesting, man. It's real interesting. We got a lot going on right now, and Kevin McCarthy is up. McCarthy is up out of there. California Republican. I mean, it's lucky he even got there. Like, if you ask me, for real, because 15 votes. 15 votes. They really didn't want you there, and it took one time for them to vote to get you up out of there.
people are pawns in his narcissistic game of charades.
The seed for Gaetz' challenge to McCarthy was planted in January, when the Florida firebrand was the last Republican holdout to oppose making McCarthy Speaker, eventually switching his vote to President on the 15th ballot. After McCarthy worked...
Yeah, so that's been his op since day one. Like, literally, they voted 15 times, and Matt Gaetz was against it every single time. On the 15th vote, he just voted present in order for McCarthy to slide through and get the position that he was in right now. Very interesting. So he been watching you. He's been ain't like you, and you turn around and do a backdoor deal. That's what Matt Gaetz is calling. That's what Matt Gaetz is accusing him of. You do a backdoor deal, like. They said, off with your head, McCarthy. Real.
Worked with Democrats to temporarily delay a government shutdown this weekend. Gaetz vowed to try to remove him, with McCarthy saying today,
I think Matt has planned this all along. It didn't matter what we transpired.
Projecting confidence even as he arrived for the vote.
Look, I'm an optimist because I think there's no point of being anything else.
The narrowly divided House left Democrats an opening. Would they intervene to save a leader many despise?
That just nobody trusts Kevin McCarthy.
Nobody trusts Kevin McCarthy. Nobody trusts Kevin McCarthy. And why should we?
After a 2-hour meeting, the Democratic leader announcing they'd stay out of the GOP's civil war, but vote against McCarthy.
McCarthy.
You did a backdoor deal with them over the weekend, and they said, nah, we ain't getting on your side. We don't got nothing to do with that. Leave that to the Republicans. That's their internal battles. That's their internal fight. And, yo, politics is a mother. Shut your mouth. Like, for real. Like, politics is crazy, man. It's a dirty game, you know? And a lot of times I'll be thinking about getting into my local politics because, you know, that's really where it starts and really makes a difference at. Thinking about it a lot. But then it's these type of games and just like, man, you putting yourself out there and you creating ops and enemies in certain places, and people start to like, it's a whole lot that come with that, man. I might still do it because I think I'm built for it, for real. But certain things like this make you wonder, like, damn, do I really want to do that? Oh no. Mm-mm. Oh no. But California definitely needs to be talked about, man, because all these politicians that be coming from California, they be on some shit. They do. They really do. Gavin Newsom, hope y'all like, you ask me, I don't think Trump or or Biden will be on the ticket ballot next year. That's my personal opinion at this point in time. That's my theory that I have. I think they're gonna push Gavin Newsom up there. And as far as who's going to be on the Republican ticket, who knows, basically. I mean, like, they try and put Trump in jail. They might succeed, they might not succeed. So, and as far as the Democrats putting Biden up there, they put Biden up there again. Nobody wants Biden to be president again right now, man. Nobody that I talk to, really. Nobody with any, like, nobody who's paying attention to what's going on in the world right now really wants Biden to run again. And I mean, honestly, he should be in a nursing home. Shouldn't be in the White House. My personal opinion. You know what I mean? Like, when he get up there and he starts speaking and then he just stop, like your computer's buffering and stuff. That's not even like. At first, it used to be like, "Oh, what's up with this president?" But at this point in time now, it's like, "Oh, ain't he running for re-election? What is really going on out here, for real? Like, who's running this?"